This tutorial is for 4th grade, Module 3, Lesson 12. In Lesson 12, we're using tape diagrams to help us solve word problems. This problem says, the table shows the cost of party favors. Each party guest receives a bag with 1 balloon, 1 lollipop, and 1 bracelet. What is the total cost for 9 guests? We've started our tape diagram showing 1 unit as being 1 guest. Since I know I have 9 guests, I've already taken my long tape diagram and I've divided it into 9 portions. So the first step is to figure out what is the cost for 1 guest. To do that, I'm going to add the price of 1 balloon, 1 lollipop, and 1 bracelet. So if I add my columns, I have 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 3 is 13, 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So I know that the cost for each guest is 73 cents. On my bottom tape where I have my 9 guests, I know then that each unit is worth 73 cents and that in order to solve the problem, I need to find the total of all 9 units. I'm going to put my question mark to remind me that this is where the final answer needs to go. I need to find the total cost for all 9 guests, knowing that the cost for 1 guest is 73 cents. I can take 73 times 9 to find my final answer. I'm going to do that up here using my partial product method. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 70 is the same as 9 times 7, which is 63, times 10, which is 630. I can add those. I get 7, 2, and 3 is 5, and 6. This is 657 cents, which of course we would normally write as $6.57. So the cost for 9 guests is $6.57. Let's look at another question. This one's a little bit more involved. We'll start by reading the question. Jaden has 347 marbles. Ellen has 4 times as many as Jaden. Wally has 799 fewer than Ellen. How many marbles does Wally have? Well, let's focus on the final question. This is our goal. We need to come up with how many marbles Wally has. I'm going to write my answer statement first, just as a reminder that I'm not done with the problem until I figure out how many marbles Wally has. At the bottom, I'll write Wally has blank marbles. So that's my final goal, to figure out how many marbles Wally has. We'll start with what we know about Jaden. Jaden has 347. He's going to be our base unit. I'm going to draw 1 tape diagram for Jaden, and I'll show that he has 347 marbles. Ellen has 4 times as many as Jaden. So that means that Ellen's tape is going to be 4 times as long as Jaden's. I'm going to put 4 sections in it, and I know that each section is 347 because she has 4 times as many as Jaden. Wally has 799 fewer than Ellen. So I don't know how many marbles Wally has, but I do know that he's going to have less than Ellen, so I'm making his tape smaller. And I know that the difference, this empty section, the difference between Wally's tape and Ellen's tape has to be 799. The question mark is, how many marbles does Wally have? So we'll go back up at the top and start plugging in some numbers. Since Ellen has 4 times as many as Jaden, I can take 347, Jaden's amount, times 4 to get Ellen's amount. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 40 is 160. 4 times 300 is 1,200. I'll add my partial products. I get 8. 2 and 6 is 8. 3 and 1. So now I know that Ellen's total is 1,388. In order to figure out how many marbles Wally has, then, I'm going to take Ellen's total and I'm going to subtract the difference between the two. So I'll take 1,388, subtract 799. In order to subtract 9 from 8, I need to do some regrouping here, so I'm going to take a 10, which leaves 7 tens, and now I have 18 ones. 18 minus 9 is 9. I'll have to do some regrouping here as well. 17 minus 9 is 8, and then 12 minus 7 is 5. So I can see that Wally has 589. This amount plus the difference adds up to the same amount as Ellen. So my final answer says Wally has 589 marbles.